inspiration from the original teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. And I'm reading still from Swami Kriyananda's autobiography called The New Path, about his years in living with Yogananda. I actually had to lower my blind here in sunny Seattle today. It's sunny, but it's very, very cold. And most of us who live here do not like to block out the sun. It's such a pleasant experience, but it was blinding for recording this noon broadcast. So I'm going to reread today a small section that I did Monday earlier this week, and it was the day when we were on Camino Island and struck by a surprise heavy snowstorm, over 1 foot of snow. Power was out, internet was out. Anyway, long story short, the broadcast didn't work that day. So here we go. He says, this is Swami Kriyananda speaking about Yogananda. He says, I once asked him to help me overcome attachment to good food. He smiled gaily. Don't worry about those little things. When ecstasy comes, everything goes. I love that. It's a very helpful thought to all of us who understand that we have billions, literally, of karma, of bad habits, of bad actions, bad thoughts through the years. Bad meaning that they are things that take us away from God remembrance rather than toward God remembrance. And so he says here, when ecstasy comes, everything goes. And I think perhaps the most important message through those words is that we don't want to concentrate on the different faults, the different bad habits that we're trying to overcome. In fact, by concentrating on them, we empower further their reality. What we want to concentrate on always is God alone, that divine, that highest, that resides within each and every one of us. Focusing on that, and the path of yoga, Raja Yoga, teaches us to focus at the point between the eyebrows, which happens to coincide with the frontal lobe of the brain, which is that part of the brain that where we have aspirations, where we have noble thoughts, noble habits that can be born. But in any case, we're talking about the point between the eyebrows, meaning the inner point at the end of the Sushumna of the astral spine. And so by concentrating there, we magnetize, we lift the consciousness, the energy from the lower centers in the spine. We don't push them up, we magnetize them. And what he's saying is, when we focus on God and remain focused in that way, single-pointedly, then everything else naturally sweeps away, goes away with time, washes away with time. So we don't have to concentrate on turning every stone, on, realigning every fault that we might have. It's not the way that we're going to overcome them. The way we're going to overcome them is in that flow of divine grace, when we're so uplifted and in that state of blessing and grace, that that flow of grace can wash away all that we're trying to wash away. In Swami Kriyananda's case, recognizing his desire for good food, which I, for one, am very grateful that he had, because we had many a delicious meal through the years because of that little desire that he had. And in the end, it was swept away in ecstasy. Joy to you, and we'll see you again. Today is Friday, so we'll see you again on Monday. Blessings. Bye-bye now.